Member for Halifax Citadel Sable Island.
Madam Speaker, the Minister of Agriculture continues to say that the commercial wine policy falls outside his mandate. However, it was the Minister of Agriculture who hastily met with sector representatives in January, and I have some questions that I think are his mandate. Beatrice Stutz, the CEO of Grand Prairie Wines, wonders if this policy is based on a friendship between the Premier and the owner of Devonian Coast, one of the two wineries with a commercial license. The consultation process with local grape growers, as reported by Stutz, was highly disorganized and pressured, with the Minister of Agriculture making weekend calls asking growers for their input. Will the Minister of Agriculture release a report on the consultations that resulted in the commercial wine policy?
I recognize the Honourable Minister for Agriculture.
Madam Speaker, I'm stand here before you quite confused because yesterday I heard from one side of the opposition that we weren't meeting with industry, and then I hear from the other side of the opposition that we did meet with industry. Well, hey, we've been talking to industry, Madam Speaker. We had, as we mentioned, Finance Department officials met with industry in early January. The Minister of Finance, myself, met with them on several occasions, two separate occasions. I stay in contact with the chair of the Wine Growers Board, Madam Speaker. I've told him, I said, we're working, we're listening to you. Please give us time, be patient. I appreciate your patience. The Minister and his department are very busy with preparing a budget, dealing with the fiscal year end, and we will get back to you. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
The Honourable Member for Halifax Citadel Sable Island.
Madam Speaker, perhaps the Minister could table a list of dates and who attended meetings that he considers part of this consultation. With a mixture of agricultural and business skills, local growers have made the local wine sector a worldwide success. Now this government is undermining continued local growth by giving millions of dollars to bottling companies who can import from elsewhere. Wine growers of Nova Scotia warned this government on January 12th that supporting commercial bottlers over Nova Scotia wineries and grape growers would risk over 1,100 full-time farm winery jobs and minimize future growth. Couldn't the government have found a better way to resolve a years-long trade dispute? So my question is, can the Minister explain why his government is subsidizing commercial bottlers with dollar amounts much greater than what is available to local growers?
I recognize the Honourable Minister for Agriculture.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I can't speak to the commercial wine policy. What I can speak to is our farm winery program. And we've seen $2.3 million of investment to our local farm wineries over the last number of years. Want to talk millions of dollars of investment, Madam Speaker, $15 million for the Polar Vortex funding that we announced last February. And I understand that some growers are upset that I use that as an example of our support for them. Not all that money is for wine growers, Madam Speaker, but the majority of it is. And we've rolled out phase 1. We're working on phase 2, and we're doing that in consultation with industry, and that's what we'll continue to do. Thank you, Madam Speaker.